Good morning or good afternoon for us farmers. Last week I spoke to you about the Kingdom Charter. I told you that it was created in 1954. Now the charter decreed that the Constitution of the Netherlands Antilles must be compatible with the charter. What the word decreed mean? And the spelling of decreed is D-E-C-R-E-E-D. Now decreed means to order that something must happen. And you heard the word compatible with the Constitution of the Netherlands Antilles. The word compatible means two things must take place without problems. They must not agree or disagree. Now, there was something called a Kingdom Decree of April the 9th, 1955, to the Constitution of the Netherlands Antilles. So that created the Constitution of the Netherlands Antilles, the Kingdom Decree. What's a constitution? Like I told you last year, a constitution are a group of laws that governs a country. A kingdom decree. Now the word decree means an official order or decision. So that's a kingdom decree. Now Article 2 of a document that was created by the Netherlands in 1951 called the Islands Regulation of the Netherlands Antilles. And the island regulation, it determines what the Parliament of the Netherlands Antilles and the island government could do. And it's also called the ERNA, E-R-N-A. That's what it was called. And what's the island regulations were rules for each island council. Before 2010, we had the Netherlands Antilles, as I told you before, and Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, St. Martin, St. Eustatius, and Saba. Each of them had their own island council. And like I told you before, last year, there was also the Parliament of the Netherlands Antilles. All of the 6 islands had representatives in the Parliament of the Netherlands Antilles. And the Parliament of the Netherlands Antilles basically was called the federal government or the central government. So the island regulations determine what each island council and all the 6 islands were allowed to do and what the Parliament of the Netherlands Antilles was allowed to do. So we have several important documents we have to remember. We have to remember the Kingdom Charter, 1954, the Island Regulations, the ERNA, that was created in 1951, and we have the Constitution of the Netherlands Antilles, which came into being in 1955. So that's a topic that we had today. The Kingdom Charter, the Island Regulations, the ERNA, and the Constitution of the Netherlands Antilles. Now, I'm going to tell you next class, I'm going to tell you about the Constitution of St. Martin, because that document came into existence in 2010. And you need to know some of the articles of that Constitution. In our source for today, the source that I got my information from is a book written by Dr. Nilda Ardern. Now, Mrs. Nilda Ardern was St. Martin's first ombudsman. And the name of the book that she wrote is The Constitution of St. Martin Made Simple. So what Mrs. Ardern did was to basically explain the Constitution in this book in a very simple manner for persons on the streets or anywhere else to understand. Thank you for listening, First Farmers, to this video.